Namaste everyone, welcome to the class. Let us solve this 11th question. A sum of rupees 9600 is invested for 3 years at 10% per annum at compound interest. Now what is the sum due at the end of first year? What is the sum due at the end of second year? What is the compound interest earned in the second year? Find the difference between the answer in question number 2 and question number 1 and find the interest earned on this sum for 1 year. Hence write down the compound interest for the third year. Okay, so the problem they have divided in 5 different parts. So here principal is 9600. Now let us begin with the solution. Principal P is 9600. Time period is given 3 years and rate of interest is given 10%. Rate of interest is 10%. Now we will find first simple interest for first year. So simple interest for first year is equals to 9600 multiplied by R, which is 10, multiplied by 1, divided by 100. So this will give me rupees 960. So amount A1, that is amount at the end of 1 year, it is 9600 plus 960 is equals to this 0 and this 6 and 9 plus 6 15 and 1 carry, so 10,516 rupees is the amount at the end of first year. So my principal for second year will become 10,560. So simple interest for second year, it will become 10,560 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So here we get answer as rupees 1056. Now this 1056 is interest. So therefore amount at the end of 2 year is equals to 10,560 plus 1056. So this is 6. 5 plus 6, 11, and then 5 and 1, 6, then 0 plus 1 is 1 and 1. So rupees 11,616. So let us see how many questions we have answered so far. What is the sum due at the end of first year? So here I must mention that sum due at the end of first year. Okay, so here I will write answer for the first question. Sum due at the end of first year is, so here in words I will write, therefore sum due at the end of first year is equals to rupees 10,560. First question done. Now second question, what is the sum due at the end of second year? So here I have sum due at the end of second year is rupees 11,616. Third question, what is the compound interest earned in 2 years? Okay, I have to find compound interest in 2 years. So compound interest in 2 years can be find out from A2 minus principal, that is 11,616 minus 9,600. 9,600 was our principal at the beginning, 9,600. So here we subtract. I will get 6 here. Then 1 minus 0 is 1. 6 minus 6 is 0. Then 11 minus 9, it is 2. So rupees 2016 is the compound interest in 2 years. So third question we have done. What is the compound interest earned in 2 years? And fourth is find the difference between answer in 2 and 1 and find interest for this on this sum for 1 year. Okay. So the difference of answer 2 and 1. So here I will say that difference in answer 2 and 1. Okay. Actually I should write Roman, but here I have written questions as 1, 2, 3 in our English numbers. So I have written here difference in answer 2 and 1. So what answer I got into is 11,616. So this is 11,616 minus in 1 I got 10,000. $10,560. So 6 here, and then 1 minus 6, that is 11 minus 6, 5, then 5 minus 5 is 0, and then 11 minus 10 is 1. So 1056. Now this 1056 is nothing but your interest which you got at the end of first year. This is the interest. Okay, you got second year. Second year, what interest you got is this 1056. Now if I find interest on this 1056, so therefore interest on rupees 1056 is equals to 1056 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. Obviously into 1 I will do. So this will give us 100 rupees 105.6. Now this is the interest which I am earning on rupees 105.6. So the question is find the difference between the answer 2 and 1 and find the interest on this sum for 1 year. So we have got the answer, what is the interest for 1 year, and hence write down the compound interest for the third year. Now I have to write the compound interest for third year. So therefore using this concept I will say therefore compound interest for third year is equals to, now you all see that this 105.6, this is the extra interest what I am going to earn on this rupees 1056. Okay, this is the extra interest which I am going to earn. But if you see, there is an interest of where we see simple interest, there is an interest of rupees 1056 which I will already get on this 10,560. On 10,560 how much interest I am getting? 1056. Now the extra amount, this 1056 what we are adding, okay, for the next year I will get interest on this 10,560 plus I will get interest on this 1056. Okay, let me clear you again. When we calculate for interest for third year, okay, there are two different ways. First is that I will first find out what is the total sum at the end of 2 year. What is the total sum at the end of 2 year? That is, what is the principal at the beginning of third year, and then I will calculate simple interest on that. This is one way of solving the problem. The second way is that what I will do, I will calculate interest on the interest part. That is, here what we have done, we have calculated interest on this 1056. So this interest on 1056 is the extra interest which I get, and on this amount 10,560 I am already getting interest of 105.6. So my total interest, compound interest for third year will be 1056 plus 105.6. So in this problem we have used a totally different approach to calculate interest for third year. So here what answer we will get? This is 0.6, then 5 plus 6 11, then 5 plus 1 6, then at third position 1 and 1. So rupees 1161 is the compound interest for the third year. So the problem is done, but let me cross verify this also with our usual method. So here we do a cross verification. Okay, I will see that cross check. So for cross check, what we have the value of A2. So I will take the value of A2. The value of A2 we have 11,616. 11,616. This is our A2. So this will become principal for the third year, and then for third year we will get interest as 11,616 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So this 0 I will cancel, and here I will put a decimal because 10 is here. So what answer I will get? I will get rupees 1161.6. Okay, so see, here also we got the same answer, 1161.6, and here also we are getting the same answer, but the approach is totally different. Here we have used interest on the interest, that is we have calculated interest on the interest part, and then the entire interest what we earn at the end of second year, that we have added. Okay, so here in this problem you have to use this method because they have given this problem in continuation, that is hence write down, that means using this concept, this what we have done in fourth, using that we have to calculate answer for 5. This previous problem is not 11th problem, this we have done is 13th problem. Okay, so by mistake we have written 11th. So 13th problem you have done. Now see this 11th question. 11th question is calculate the amount and the compound interest on rupees 5,000 in 2 years when the rate of interest for this successive year is 5% and 8% respectively. So now here for both the years interest is not same. For 1 year the interest is rupees 5,000 and interest is 6%, and for the next year interest is 8%. Okay, so here principal is rupees 5,000. Okay, and we have two interest. One is R1 which is 5%, 6%, sorry, R1 is 6%, and we have R2 is 8%. Okay, so I will calculate interest for first year. So interest for first year will be 5,000 into rate of interest is 6 divided by 100. So this is 50 into 6. So rupees 300. So this is interest for first year. Therefore amount at the end of 1 year is 5,000 plus 300, that is rupees 5,300. So therefore this will be the principal for second year. So this is amount at the end of 1 year is principal. So therefore I will say that principal for second year is rupees 5,300. Now interest for second year interest for second year will be this rupees 5300 multiplied by, now for second year the rate of interest is 8, so this will give us answer as 8 3 the 24, 2 8 5 the 40 and 42. So for first year we have got 300 rupees. For the second year, as the rate of interest increases and the amount also increases, we got rupees 424. Now let us see the question. So calculate the amount and the compound interest on rupees 5000 in 2 years. Okay. So therefore I have amount at the end of 2 years is your 5300 plus this rupees 424. So 424. So this will become, now 4 I will write as it is, then 2, then 4 plus 3, 7 and 5. So rupees 5724 is the amount at the end of 2 year. Now I got amount at the end of 2 year. Compound interest, therefore compound interest will be compound interest, this amount 5724 minus the principal at the beginning, which is rupees 5000. So minus 5000. So I get rupees 724. So rupees 724 is the compound interest for 2 year, and rupees 507.24 is the amount for 2 year, or amount at the end of 2 year. 12th problem is calculate the amount and the compound interest on rupees 17,000 in 3 year when the rate of interest for successive year is 10%, 10% and 14% respectively. So now the problem is exactly the same what we have done in 11th question. So I will ask this question that you try yourself. So what you have to do, you have to calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 17,000 in 3 years, and rates are different. For first 2 year rates are same, 10%, 10%, and then for third year it is 14%. So you calculate, I believe that you will get answer as 23,449.8 as the total amount after 3 year, and rupees 6649.8 as the interest for these 3 years, compound interest. 13th problem as we have done in the beginning. So let us now solve the 14th question. The simple interest on a certain sum of money for 2 years at 10% per annum is rupees 1,600. Find the amount due and the compound interest on this sum of money at the same rate after 3 years, interest being reckoned annually. Okay, so interest is applicable annually. We have to find what is the total amount and compound interest after 3 years. So here we have simple interest for 2 years. Okay, it is rupees 1,600. Principal we don't know, question mark. Rate is 10% and duration is 2 years. Okay, so the formula for simple interest is PRT upon 100. So that will give us simple interest as 1,600 is equals to P is unknown, R is 10, T is 2 year divided by 100. Now this 10 I can cancel and 2 5 are 10. So therefore it will give me principal as 1,600 multiplied by 5. 16 5 are 80. So this is rupees 8,000. So principal is rupees 8,000. Now I got the principal. Principal is rupees 8,000. Now we can calculate interest. Everything we can calculate. Now you can calculate simple interest for 1 year, then you find amount, then simple interest for second year, then find amount, then simple interest for third year, then find amount. Like that you will find the total amount due and the compound interest on this sum at the same rate after 3 years, right? So try to solve it, and finally the answer which you must get is amount you will get at the end of 2 years is 10,648, and the compound interest which you get after 3 years, sorry, it is after 3 years, and the compound interest which you get after 3 years is 2,648. I am not solving these problems, as this you already understand how to solve it, but at your end you have to solve for practice. So let us now move to the next question. Now this 15th problem, a man invests rupees 4,000. So principal is given, principal is 4,000. He invests for 3 years at a compound interest. After first year, the money amounted to rupees 4320. So amount at the end of 1 year, it is 4320. We have to find the amount due at the end of 3 years. So amount after first year is given. From here I can find out interest. I can find out interest for first year. Interest for first year is 4320 minus 4,000. This will give me rupees 320. So I have principal, I have simple interest for the first year. So from this I can calculate rate of interest. So here the formula is your interest. So therefore I will say that this rupees 320, this rupees 320 will be equal to, principal is 4,000, rate we don't know, and time we consider 1 year upon 100. So by this I will get rate is equals to 320 divided by 40, this 0 cancel, and 4 8s are 32. So your rate of interest is 8%. Now you got the rate of interest. Once you got the rate of interest, what you can do, you can find out amount due at the end of 3 years. So first we already know what is A1. The value of A1 is 4320. 4320. So here I will find interest. Interest for second year. Interest for second year will be this 4320 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So this will give me 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24, 1 25, and 8 4s are 32. 32 plus 2 is 34 divided by 10, that is rupees 345.6. This is interest for second year. Therefore our amount in 2 year will be 4320. It will be 4320 plus 345.6. So this is 0.6, then 5 plus 0 is 5, 4 plus, so it at first position we add unit places, then 4 plus 2 6, then 3 plus 3 is 6, and then we have 4. So this is A2. So therefore interest for third year, it will be 4665.6 multiplied by rate of interest is 8 divided by 100. So here it is 8 6 are 48, 4 carry, 8 5 are 40, 40 plus 4 is 44, again 4 carry, 8 6 are 48, 48 plus 4 52, 5 carry, 8 6 are 48, 48 plus 5 is 53, 5 carry, 8 4 are 32, 32 plus 5 is 37. So divide by 100. So after 1, 2 and 3, after 3 decimal we put, after 3 point we put decimal. So interest for third year is rupees 373. It is 345, it is 373. You can keep a check that for the second year whatever interest I got, the interest for third year should be more than this. Okay, so therefore amount at the end of 3 year, amount at the end of 3 years is 4665.6 4665.6 plus 373.248. So I will write 8, then 4, and then 6 plus 2, 8, then decimal, and then 5 plus 3, 8, then 6 plus 7, 13, then this is 7 plus 3, 10, and 5. So I have to find this amount in rupees. So it is approximately equal to rupees 5039. So 5039 is the approximate amount that the person will get after 3 years. So after 3 years, the question is the man. So find the amount due to at the end of 3 years. So I will say that the amount due at the end of 3 years is rupees 5039. Okay, so let us stop our lecture here. There are 4 more questions in this exercise that we will cover in our next class. Thank you.